What's up, SNA fans? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another SNA podcast video. This is the Monday Night Raw review, and man, what a Monday Night Raw! Very exciting show, very awesome to talk about. Like before we get to Elimination Chamber, the final Monday Night Raw episode before the big, I'll say the third PLE the third biggest PLE of 2024 so far, which I would say big, but perhaps just minorly big, but still it still have so much we can be looking forward to, like who's gonna win the Elimination Chamber match, like both men's and women, who's gonna walk out as the undisputed tag team champions, who's gonna who's gonna walk out as the women's world championship as well. We're just gonna have to wait and see at the big PLE event. And also I'll say every match was pretty great except for the opener in a way. It was partially good, but like in the performance between the American Nightmare and the Scottish Warrior, but it's just the match finish. It just didn't sit. It didn't sit with me right. Like it kind of gave me some flashbacks from WrestleMania 39 in a way. But we're just gonna talk about that in just a second. But yeah, I'll say just the little warning that the only thing that was found was very horrendous. It was that match, like the match finish, at least not the whole entire match, but only just the ending. Like it shouldn't have ended. Like if you did not want Drew McIntyre to lose, like you should have. Like if they didn't want Drew McIntyre to lose, they should have did a no contest with Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso coming out there to attack him, and it would have made it into a DQ finish or some kind of a a no contest where Drew McIntyre kind of will get involved and start Glasgow kissing and start belly to belly suplexing them out of there, because he also has some bad blood with the bloodline as well. But yeah, without further ado, let's start off with the opener, which was, I'll say, the third match of the night, the third best match of the night. But I would have gave it like number one match of the night if it hadn't been, or at least secondary, and it was not needed. Even though, yeah, Drew McIntyre needs to be looking good, but not in this way of facing someone as a protected talent like someone like the American Nightmare, in a way that cannot afford to take the L. But anyway, let's talk about right here with everybody cheering on the American Nightmare match. With them starting off with some couple of grappling game with Cody Rhodes trying to dodge Drew McIntyre. This is where he pushes him right into the bottom right corner, like had him locked down into a grapple hold. But this is where the referee had to count him down, like not count him up more, like to all the way try to go up to 5, but he only got 3. Cody Rhodes like, okay, like fair enough. And this is where he's like, all right, Drew, like I'm ready for the next slide. This is where he ducked out of what's his name, Drew McIntyre's grapple hold. He got him in a back to belly move. This is where he tried to slam him into a back to belly slam. But this is where Drew McIntyre hits the elbow right into the back of the head. And by the way, they also showed the wrestlers that were participating in the matches, in the respective matches. They show all the wrestlers' overall numbers, which I cannot recall right now, but I thought I might let you guys know that and pointed that out like during this wrestling review. But anyway, this is where Drew McIntyre put him right to the upper left corner, hit the nasty knife edge chop right onto Cody. This is where he started repeatedly doing onto the American Nightmare until Cody Rhodes did not like that, start hitting right hands to the face of Drew McIntyre. This is where he tried to go for a headlock, but this is where Drew McIntyre dips him right to the left corner side and throw him right to the right hand side. This is where he tried to catch him. But this is where Cody Rhodes did a baseball sliding dodge right under Drew McIntyre's legs, like if he was Xavier Woods. This is where he drop kicked him right into his left knee to distract him. And this is where he hits him with an upper kick right into the face. This is where Drew McIntyre, that's what made Drew McIntyre triggered and angry than being phased from such a blow. And this is where he's like, oh, you think you could bring me down with that move? I like to see you do that this time with my face in front of you. This is where Cody wants to start hitting them bionic punches, but this is where Drew McIntyre kicks him right onto the torso, or no, in the face, I believe. This is where the Drew McIntyre was right on top of him. It's some loose-ass right hand punches right into the face of Cody Rhodes. This is where he placed his head right onto the into the canvas. Too mad, like, just be good and let me get the easy win. But Cody Rhodes was like, no, not today, not any day. Flip out of the body slam. And then he sends him right to the outside when he was charging at him in the left hand side. He fell right into the left hand corner of the ringside area. This is where, yes, like now it's my chance to hit some strikes onto Drew. This is where he tried to go for a suicide dive, but Drew McIntyre caught him with a big right hand to the face. This is where Drew then tried to go up right on the top rope. This is where he tried to go inside the ring. This is where Cody Rhodes then drop kick him right on his left leg, which he was still hanging onto the apron. This is where Cody then hits a side Russian, not side Russian legs, a slide dragon screw slam, which I used supposed to be tap out of my Scottish cloverleaf, or even my Future Shock DDT or the Claymore, which he got a chance to do that, but I'm not going to talk about more about it. I'm not going to say it just yet. But anyway, this is where then Drew McIntyre tried to twist his way, which he successfully did. It's kind of gave me some kind of reminded me from with me playing WWE 2K24, not 24, 23. Because 24 haven't came out yet, but I'm planning on getting the game. But I'm gonna tell you that I played 2K23, and I believe who did the figure for? I think it was Logan Paul on the Elimination Chamber match. But I managed to twist right over and reverse out of the figure for a leg lock, like what Cody did to Cody. Then I mean, like Drew did to Cody tonight. But anyways, yeah, when she was bending Cody's legs like that, how he overturned it. And this is where he grabbed on the ropes, rolled out of the ring, and then took a breather for a while until he got back in the ring. This is where we got this is where Cody Rhodes started going for his comeback move. This is where he went right into the bottom right corner. This is where this is where he started playing bullfighting with the Scotsman. This is where he's like Taro. This is where Drew McIntyre took over him into a leapfrog, which he landed face first right into the top turnbuckle in the bottom right corner. This is where Cody Rhodes then waited for him to turn around, which he hit him with a power slam as soon as Drew did. This is where Cody Rhodes like, yeah, it's time to show an example here. This is where he went for his former signature move, which is the disaster kick, which I wouldn't be surprised if he brought it back as a signature move on WWE 2K24, because considering that you can have like up to 4 or 5 different finishers or signature moves. But anyway, this is where he tried to go for a pin on the Drew McIntyre onto this move. He only got 2.3. This is where the Drew McIntyre tried to get back up after taking the shoulders up. This is where Cody Rhodes then hit a Cody cutter afterwards, like when he got him back up. This is where he tried to go for a pin, but Drew McIntyre still kicked out, this time at 2.9999999999999. Double triple nine minus 0.1 away from being 3. And even Pat McAfee was like, I thought this was it. And I was agreeing, like, yeah, like usually, like, if someone gets hit with a move like in that manner so easily, like they would take a pinfall win. But something special with a Scotsman, like he shows that he's more than ready to become a world heavyweight champion again. It's at this time with a live crowd, which I believe he will finish that story, like something that he has yet to do. Like, even though he won the WWE championship about 2 separate occasions, but he has yet to hold them right in front of a live crowd. This is where Cody Rhodes then tried to go for the crossroads. He tried to go for the crossroads, but Drew McIntyre landed his right knee right into the face of Cody Rhodes, right into the face. This is where he tried to go for a clothesline, but this is where Cody Rhodes ducks when he clotheslines what's his name, Drew McIntyre over the top rope, which they landed onto the top corner ringside area. This is where both men were down to the ground. This is where I believe Cody Rhodes got back up and throw him back in the ring. This is where we got this is where they got back in the ring. This is where Cody Rhodes then, I believe, hit him. I believe this is where Drew McIntyre hits an Alabama slam, which he flips him over and pins him with his head between Cody's legs. But Cody Rhodes kicks out at 2.7. That's what happened. This is where Drew McIntyre then picks him up into a sit-out power bomb afterwards. This is where he tried to go for a pin out which he calls it the goodnight power bomb, which Michael Cole reminded us that's what Drew calls it. This is where the referee counted 1, the referee counted 2, but Cody kicks out, shoulders up, right at 2.5. This is where Drew McIntyre was like, "Are you serious right now? Like, I seen him kick out of multiple moves, even Roman Reigns' spear itself, but I would not expecting him to kick out." It's like, I was like, well, you should have, Drew, because if it wasn't the Claymore kick or the Future Shock DDT, like, then you'd be worrying right now. Like, but until then, like, don't worry, Drew. Like, you got plenty more. But this is where the fans were chanting, "This is awesome," and that's what I was thinking in my head as well before I saw the ending. But I was thinking like. I was thinking like it would have been like if it wasn't for a certain for two certain meddling individuals. But I'm gonna get that in just a moment. This is where Drew McIntyre was then getting ready to hit the Claymore kick, and you know the rules. If it doesn't work the first time, it's gonna work the second time, guaranteed. Once he counted down, but this is where he gets super kicked by Cody Rhodes by paying homage to his fellow EVPs of AEW, Nicholas and Matt Jackson. Shout out to those two guys. And then this is where Cody Rhodes didn't try to go for a kick to the gut. This is where he tried to go for a pedigree, which I believe he was paying homage to what's their names, D-Generation X, which DIY wasn't around, which R-Truth called him DX once again earlier on tonight's show. But later on after this match, of course, is where Drew McIntyre counters out of the pedigree, goes for the Future Shock DDT, but he ducks. This is where then Cody Rhodes then try again by turning it around and kick him right in the gut, and then pedigreeing him right in the ground because, like, you know the old saying, like, if it doesn't work the first time, it's going to be the second time. And something tells me they're going to make this move as this secondary finisher maneuver, along with the two versions of the Crossroads and the third Crossroads. Not the third, like three Crossroads version, like the forward version, like ducking and going for the Crossroads, and then the backwards version, like going back behind your opponents, and the three versions of the Crossroads, and then probably pedigree will probably be the fourth finishing maneuver. That's also the secondary, like considering the Crossroads as the same thing except a different version of the move. But this is where, Cody Rhodes but back to the review.